You're a Philly guy. You know that team inside and out. Where they stand right now, and again, they're still very much in the thick of the playoff race, as much as it feels like the walls are closing in from the media and fans and the public right now. You're still 4-2. You're still seemingly in a good spot to make a run, but there's so many different issues, particularly coming out of that Thursday game. What changes, if anything, do you see them making, even if it's just tweaks, processes, and things like that, to try to get the offense in particular headed the right direction here?
Like they've already been doing them. That's the hard part. It's like, well, all right, well, we're going to get man coverage against the Giants. We can throw some 50-50 balls. Jalen Hurts did that and connected on the ball to A.J. Brown up the sideline. I mean, even go back to the week before. It was like, oh, A.J.'s wants the ball. It was a series where it was like incomplete, or 7-yard catchers. It was like 1 of 3 for like 7 yards, and they punted to A.J., all 3 to A.J. Brown. They've been trying all this stuff. And we're going to do a segment on the show tomorrow night on the Insiders. And I'm still working on it. Baldy's going to be in it with me. This is probably the first you're hearing of it.
Am I in this?
Yeah. I don't know. But I said, here's what I want to do. Because every time in Philadelphia that the offense is struggling, the P word comes out. Predictable. It's too predictable. It was predictable last year when they were running simple zone runs and Saquon was taking them to the house, right? Like everybody knew what they were going to do there. They were still executing. They were still moving guys off the ball. I think one of the biggest problems right now is that this offensive line, it doesn't have Mekhi Becton, who was an absolute mauler last year. So that was a big loss. And they're banged up. Like Landry Dickerson didn't play the other night. Quinyon Mitchell got hurt in the middle of the game. Jalen Carter didn't play. All 3 of those guys missing showed up. So it's like, oh, it's too predictable. It's too this. It's not one thing. It's a lot of things with the Eagles right now. And the pressure of, I know we talk about the Super Bowl hangover for the team that lost a lot, but the Super Bowl hangover for this team that won is a very real thing here. Obviously, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley, that love triangle, are not all on the same page here and have tried to get on the same page and are going to still have to, like, this to me felt like a everybody get away from everybody else weekend for the Eagles. Really believe that. And the coaches, I don't think were in Saturday or Sunday. I think they really said, like, let's get away. They did some work after the game on Friday, but it was like, let's get away, reset, come back, and try to get on the same page in so many ways.
So how does Howie Roseman handle the next 22 days leading up to the trade deadline? Mike, you know this. You talk to any other team, it's Howie's always in on every deal. He always calls. We trade somebody, he's like, why didn't you call me? He always wants to be involved.
Yeah.
Pretty rare that he's a seller, and I don't anticipate that being the case here. But to the extent that you do, as you refer to it, have the love triangle that's not quite isosceles at this point here, is there a world in which he would do something as drastic as trading away an A.J. Brown?
I mean, I can't rule it completely out. When you have the conversations with people down there, they said, no way. Like, they've been calling since the offseason. It's not going to happen. I just don't know what the next couple of weeks is going to bring. If this thing gets worse, like AJ's body language after the game, and I'm not saying this in a negative way or talking down to him, like just watching him and seeing how uncomfortable he was. And, the whole, well, I don't know what meeting. I don't know. There was no meeting. Like he knew what we were talking about. He knew what he was being asked about. He could have easily said, like, look, what he did the next day, by the way, which was, I was walking to my car. I saw these guys. We started talking. That's what happened. Ian had already reported it. Our colleague Ian had already reported that it happened in the parking lot and it wasn't a scheduled thing. So he could have just, I mean, AJ surely didn't see it because he was getting ready for him playing in that game. But he could have said exactly what he said. And it was so uncomfortable. It was almost defeated body language. And I don't want to use these words and everybody go, oh, yeah, because you can come back from this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that they're dead and start throwing dirt on them, but it just is a lot of work that needs to be done. And I think it's going to be a 2-part process. I think it's this mini buy here that they were in the middle of. Well, they're going to get back to work, I guess, today or tomorrow. And then the real buy is coming up in 2 weeks. I feel like it's going to be a 2-part process for this team that really needed to take a breath and say, a year ago, we badly needed to buy. We didn't lose a game after that. We spent the weekend talking about how, what we were comfortable with. Jalen Hurts had a lot of communication with Nick Sirianni, what he's comfortable with, what went the offense. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's got to happen now. And you've got to believe that it can get you back to the right place. But there's a lot going on, Tom, a lot.
They face a Vikings team on Sunday that, as I reported yesterday, the quarterback situation murky to say the least. Kevin O'Connell at the podium right now saying J.J. McCarthy will be back to practice this week. And my understanding is not 100%. Carson Wentz dealing with the left shoulder.
I need the Wentz revenge game.
There are a lot, and you may well get it here, assuming that he can hold up through the course of the practice week. Probably going to be limited out there, but an opportunity maybe to catch a Minnesota team that's getting healthier, but still has some moving parts.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.